Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm out at the field today doing a long-term review on the Ryan STA. If you've been with me for a while, you'll know that I put this airplane together sometime around February last year, and I've flown it a lot. It may not look like it, but believe me, this plane has got some flight time on it. Stick with me after the break and we'll talk about my long-term experiences with it. Right, so the Ryan STA is an ARF kit from Tower Hobbies, and when I got this plane and put it together, I got to be honest with you, it was one of the cleaner builds and cleaner ARF kits I've ever seen. It just, everything about the plane was square and true, and that hasn't changed. The one thing I will say is that I had the G-Force G32 motor in here. That was the motor that I took out of the Tower Hobbies Sport V1 when that crashed. And I put it in this plane and flew it for a while. I mean, it's been in the plane for the whole year. So I just finished the motor shootout, and I had never flown the Leopard 32 class motor, and I really wanted to try it. So I know what the results were in the test, and if you remember, the G-Force G32 had a very strong showing. But I wanted to try out the Leopard 32 class motor, so that's what's in there now. I had the plane apart. I figured what the heck, it'd be a good time to try it. So I'm just doing a little quick walk around to show you that even though I've got some pretty significant flight time on this plane, this kind of became like my go-to 4S battery in the 32 class. I spent a lot of time at the field with it because it looks really cool. I still think it reminds me of like a 30s Roadster. That's what that reminds me of. It's just a very cool looking airplane. And I'll be honest with you, every time I bring this plane out to the field, somebody has something positive to say about the way it looks. So as you can tell, it's held up really well. The one thing I did do, I took the canopy off and I cleaned the glue because my first try at gluing it on was a disaster. I took it off, cleaned the glue off, and did it again. And of course I put the pilot in. I put a little video in there on the channel about that because one of the subscribers jumped in and said, man, that plane needs a pilot. And he was right. That pilot made all the difference. But as far as flight characteristics go, I think everything that I said in the original build video still holds true. Flies really well. It's very agile for the wingspan. My Spacewalker was a very similar wingspan, but it had a much thicker cord, and it felt sluggish compared to this. This is a very agile feeling airplane up in the air, and I think that's one of the reasons I like it so much. So anyway, I'm going to get it up in the air. We'll do a little flight time with it. Let you guys see what it looks like in the sky. I've got the drone out, so I'm going to try and get some B-roll for you with the drone to get a look at the plane kind of in action a little bit, and then that's it. We'll wrap the video up. So let's go fly. Hey guys, so I spent some time at the field flying the Ryan STA today, and I really wanted to do kind of like this, the idea is this long-term review, so that if you decide, you're out there saying, John, what do I spend my money on? What's a good airplane? I want to be able to tell you. And when I do these long-term reviews, I guess a testament to the quality of the plane is if I don't have any gripes. And I got to be honest with you, on this plane, I really just don't. One guy, I saw one question at one point about landing, and he said, well, I hear that plane bounces when it lands. Well, that's one of those things where my answer to that, and I'm not trying to be a wise guy when I say this, is land better. I can tell you from my own personal experience flying this plane that I've had a couple landings that I wish I could take back, I could do over. But at the end, if you practice and you work and you do a decent landing, this plane just glides down and settles down real nice on the runway. You just have to be smooth. That's all there is to it. And I really don't fault the airplane for that, because this is not a beginner airplane. There are some features like the dihedral in the wings, the fact that it's very agile, and it's got a real good ground handling situation with the line on the wheels being very far forward of the center of gravity. So you really don't have any problems like you do with some warbirds tipping over. But other than that, this is not really a beginner's airplane. It's a low wing. It's relatively quick. I'm flying this on a 4S pack with a 12.8 prop. And after the 32 class motor shootout, I did put the Leopard in there to try it out. I just wanted to fly with it for a little while and try the motor so I could have firsthand knowledge of it as well. So it's a relatively quick plane, and it's agile, so it's very responsive. But I'll tell you, here's the thing about this plane that I think I like the most, and that's that out of all the airplanes I've got, and you guys know I've got a lot of planes, right? There's a lot of things for me to fly. Out of all of them, though, this one kind of, it looks like something that would actually show up at an air show somewhere. Being a real plane, I mean, the scheme is very elegant. It's very well done. The lines are very clean. Every time I pull this plane out, I think of like a 30s Roadster with that real long hood. The only thing really missing is some exhaust pipes going down the side, right down the side here. That'd be cool. One of our subscribers actually put a link to a build that he did with Orion, where he went in with an airbrush and did some distress and some exhaust smoke, on his cowl, and put in some weather lines and panel lines, and it was beautiful. But as far as I'm concerned, this plane, definitely one of the most elegant that I have, and it's a superb flyer. I really, I try and find things to tell you guys about these planes, but after flying this for just about a year now, I don't have much. This plane just does it all and does it well, and I have a great time flying it. It does really well with a 32 class motor running a 4-cell pack and a 12.8 prop. So, and price wise, this is another one of those planes that's just hard to beat. If you catch it on sale or you use the Tower Hobby coupon code, you can get some really nice deals on this plane. So this one is definitely one of my favorites. There's no question about it. For my balsa collection, this is definitely one of my favorites for sure. So I'm happy to have it. I won't be getting rid of this plane anytime soon. And that's about all I've got. So I hope you've enjoyed the long-term review. I did a little B-roll flight footage. I hope you enjoyed that with the drone. I got the Xeno out today and chased the Ryan around a little bit while I was flying. So I hope you enjoyed that. And that's all I've got. So take it easy. Have a good one. All right, so the Ryan STA is an ARF kilt.